Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. I hope you're having a magnificent day because today we have a powerful energetic alignment. We have a 6th of June, 6th special message, and if we look closer, 6th and 2022, if we put numbers together, we have another 6. So we have a 666 portal today, and energetically speaking, it's a truly powerful number. I know that many people have negative associations with that number, and I can tell you why. Because number 6 in numerology is representing the embodiment of the heart. It represents unconditional love and the ability to support, nurture, and heal. It is a powerful force of compassion and empathy. And its warm light is like an increased vibration of hope. Its role is to use its heart and soul to be of service for others. So when we combine 3-6 together, we have this kind of an energy increased 3 times. So what happens when we turn our back to love? When we start denying love, when we close ourselves to love, we become just everything which is not love. So it makes sense why some people started promoting this number as negative number in the past, so people would be scared to open their heart, so people would be scared to nurture love, to nurture healing, to nurture support, to nurture unity. And it makes sense why so many people are afraid of that, because all the negative has one and the same purpose: to wake you up to such a degree so you can transform it into positive, so you can become an alchemist. So the meaning of everything negative is that it would trigger such a depth within your heart so you could start seeking the positive inside of the negative. And that's where, when you start transforming the pain into process which is leading you to a greater sense of love. So to me this is a powerful realization, and I never truly trust when somebody say to me that something is negative. I never trust that. Doesn't matter how many proofs we can find around us. I know that there's a greater force which is always inspiring us to seek for the truth in anything that is happening around us. And to me that seeking for the truth is always leading me to seeing greater meaning. So I want to encourage you today, seek greater meaning in anything you're moving through. Today's energy is helping us to deal with our emotional blocks, to manifest greater healing in the relationships we are experiencing in our daily lives. And the most importantly, every relationship firstly starts with the relationship you have with yourself. So it's a powerful day for self-reflection, for journaling, so we can recognize what kind of relationship you have with yourself. Journaling can help you to recognize what kind of beliefs you actually have about yourself, because how you perceive yourself is how you believe into yourself. So become aware of what kind of beliefs you're holding within about yourself, so we can recognize why you see people around you the way you see them. You will see, once you elevate your relationship with yourself, you will start elevating relationships with people around you. I've noticed that for myself when I started healing my emotional wounds, when I started elevating my emotions, and I started dealing with my triggers and with my shame, with my guilt, with my fears. I've noticed that my relationship with my family has changed. Like, also people around me started becoming more honest with me, started opening up to me more often, and it's actually a truly beautiful transformation that is happening, because we're not actually just changing ourselves. What we're changing are the DNA patterns which are connecting us with one another. So every time you heal a certain emotional wound which is connecting you with that special person, you're also healing that special person, because suddenly there's a greater connection between you two. So your heart and the heart of that special person is more coherent, and connection is more beautiful, so exchange of that loving energy can be much stronger. So think about having that greater connection with everyone in your life, becoming more honest with one another, becoming more loving with one another. That's what is actually healing the world. Isn't that so? So, as we all know, that healing was and is always happening when we unite. So, unite our hearts with loving intentions and celebrate our inner greatness. This is a truly, truly beautiful day to just go within, ask yourself what is still bothering you, and go deeper into it. What's the source of that? When it happened? How you felt when it happened? And why you think it's negative? You know, because we only feel bad because we think something is negative. And we've been programmed to think that things are positive and negative, but they're not like that. Nature is not judging positive and negative. Nature is just expanding, growing, evolving. And so should we. But when we start judging something for positive and negative, we actually decide, okay, I will start evolving in negative direction. Okay, I will start evolving in positive direction, because that's how we choose to see our life. But once we overcome judging or judgmental perception, we start evolving as life has meant us to evolve. We start evolving as soul beings, and that's where the Great Awakening starts happening. That's where we tap into that 5D consciousness, and we start seeing everything as part of one. We start seeing everything as a great unity of creation, where we see life in everything, we see light in everything, and we see love in everything. That's to me a beautiful and truly powerful transformation, and that's what is coming with that 6/6 portal special message. So my friends, self-reflection today will help you to recognize more of the aspects of you which are still blocking your transformation. Often we're talking about limited beliefs, often we're talking about emotional blocks. What are emotional blocks? It's an emotional sensation. For example, when you think about you want to create a greater stream of an income, for example. But the first emotion you will sense is fear and judgmental thought, which is saying to you, you can't do it because you're not talented enough. It's coming from an emotional block. And the source of that emotional block is most probably, like 99%, coming from your family, from your mother, your father, people which were around you when you were little, because they didn't believe in themselves. Now you don't believe in you, because that's how you were programmed to think. So to overcome an emotion, you firstly need to teach yourself to think greater than your present situation. So how can we do that? Well, I can share with you a personal story, how I've started evolving myself in that area. When I've started learning more about the law of attraction, the expansion of consciousness, what consciousness is all about, and how to shift our limited beliefs to elevate our emotional body and to shift our identity, I've noticed that when I've started reading inspiring stories of people which did what I want to do, I've noticed that my perception is changing, where before I saw a limitation, now I see an opportunity. And when I noticed how much my perception is changing, I said, well, I want to find as many stories of transformation as possible. So I started reading all possible books I could find on the topic of law of attraction. And I remember back at that time, I don't remember what was the app, but I found an app on which there were ebooks about law of attraction. And that was the time when I started painting. And at that time I was painting so much. Every single day I've made at least one painting. And it meant that I was listening ebooks or audiobooks while I was painting, and it was possible for me back at that time to listen one book a day or something like that. So I've read like all possible books I could find on law of attraction, and because in the books of law of attraction there's always many stories where people started attracting new results. But of course it's kind of incomplete. If we look into the law of attraction, it's kind of incomplete. And the missing pieces we can find in psychology, in neuroscience, because we recognize that when we change our beliefs, we also rewire our brain. And in the science of neuroplasticity, we recognize that when we change the way we think, we change our brain. Our brain starts forming differently. New synaptic connections take place in the brain, which activates new chemical signals in our bodies, which activates new emotions. So when we start changing our thoughts, we change the chemical reaction in the body, which shifts our bodies, and we start feeling more elevated emotions. And that's where we actually start biologically reprogramming our DNA. And this is to me truly powerful, because when I've started doing that, I've started feeling better, I started feeling lighter, and I've noticed also my body is changing. And I'm feeling more aligned with myself. And the greatest magic that happened back at that time, I've noticed that manifestations started happening much faster when I've set certain intentions, when I've clarified what I want to experience. Things started happening really fast. So firstly, if we want to transform our life the way we would like to experience it, we firstly need to educate ourselves or fill ourselves with information which can help us to do that. And stories are so powerful, because in stories we actually see the potential or the possibility of it. Stories allow us to see possibilities, that change is possible. And the only question is why you're not doing it already. And the answer is easy, because most people around you don't believe that it's possible, so also you don't believe. And that's where we actually decide, well, I want to find new people, I want to find new information, I want to find new books, I want to find new videos, I want to try new things. Because if you want to live a life which is different than the life you live right now, you need to do things which are different than the things you're doing right now. Doesn't that make sense? So recognize the patterns of your limited beliefs so you can overcome them. By identifying your limited beliefs, why you can't have what you want to have, why you can't become who you want to become, why you can't have relationships that you would love to have, why you can't spiritually evolve into a being, into an awareness that you think it's possible, but your beliefs are not allowing you to achieve that or to get to that state. Why you can't, become it. Identify the beliefs, because beliefs are records from your past. It's not your fault that you're holding these beliefs. It's just that you were raised in that kind of environment that programmed you to think that way. And the purpose of that is so you would learn to overcome it. The purpose of every challenge is to learn to overcome it, to recognize what is necessary to do to overcome something. Because once we realize that, we look into the world, we see the challenges, and we know what to do to overcome them, to heal them, to create greater impact or greater results on the world. So I always see challenges as something positive. I always see them as opportunity to become a better human, to become a greater self. So I'm always inspired when challenges starts happening in my life. Of course it's hard and I react emotionally, but then I do something to calm myself down, like meditation, or I go into nature, or I do a workout, I go for a run to clear my mind. And that's where I get inspired by the challenge. And that's where pain transforms into process. So remember that what caterpillar calls the end of the world, a master calls a butterfly. And this is truly beautiful. To me, it's truly powerful. Also, today's energy can help you to explore your creativity, and it may open new doors to new projects. So if you're maybe seeking to create something new in your life, or maybe to find new hobbies, or maybe to create a new job out of your hobbies, or maybe to start a new project, today is a truly beautiful day where you can download many inspiring insights and powerful ideas to make it happen. So explore your creativity. Whatever you are procrastinating, put it into motion today. Let's go. Let's start working on that. So, most often we are procrastinating just because we think we are not ready to make it happen. And I remember when I've started my business journey, my mentor said to me, if you will wait until you will be ready, you will wait your whole life, because we are never actually ready. We make ourselves ready. So, we need to decide, okay, even if I'm not ready yet, I will build myself to be ready. I will create myself to be ready. So if you want to create something, you need to start working on that, right? If I want to finish a painting, firstly I need to start working on that. And that's what can help us to cut the distractions and stop the procrastination and put your magnificent energy into work. Let's create something wonderful out of that. And for the end of this video, I just want to remind you to set some inspiring, loving, powerful intentions which can help you to release the tension in any aspect of your life. Use today's energy to manifest greatness, to manifest love on the world, to manifest love in your life, to heal what you feel there needs to be healed, and to raise yourself beyond your present limitations. Set intentions. I can do whatever I choose to do. I am always capable of more love. I'm always capable to share more kindness. I'm always more creative than I think I am. I'm open for blessings, and blessings are finding me in unfamiliar and unexpected ways. Today, I will laugh at my challenges because they are nothing, like they have no power over me. Today, I take my power back. Today, I choose to feel love. Today, I choose to be in service or to be of service. Today, I choose to work on myself. Today, I choose to let go. And I allow myself to let go of what is not serving me anymore. Whatever intention can help you, use it, write it down, reread it, feel it. Reread it so many times that you will feel it emotionally, because intention can only work once it is felt emotionally. That's how prayer works. The ancient power of prayer can only work once it is felt inside your heart. And it can only be felt inside your heart once you combine clear intention of that prayer, like clear intention, with that elevated emotions of sensing your intentions. That's where you activate that heart's voice, which is communicating with the field of life, with the great web of life, as ancient Native Americans called it. And that's where you start communicating with that divine force, with that creation, which starts working with you. It is always working with you, but it just feels that when we activate our intentions with our hearts, it feels like we plug ourselves to the vibration of luck, and everything just starts working in our favor. So remember this, my friends. This is it for today. I love you all. I'm sending you all lots of love, power and blessings. Have a beautiful day. Thanks for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed in today's painting, Into the Heart, the mystical painting which represents a path into our hearts. You know, there's always a space to be, or to step even deeper into love. There's always a potential of that. So walk towards it. Walk towards the version of yourself which is more loving, more kind, more compassionate, more abundant, more blessed, because the choice is yours. It's your responsibility, and only you can do that for yourself. So this is it for today. Once again, have a magnificent day. Until next time, one love.